Maguire faced the media this morning regarding, well, haven't they had a bookend of a season? They started with weird off-field stuff before the season started. Now,
right.
end of the season, he'd just want them to just play the whole season, whole year round, so we don't have any off-field dramas. But yeah, Walsh and Shibasaki. First off, let's talk about Reece Walsh. He had this to say.
How did you see the video match, the Reece tape? What was your take on it?
Unusual. It's as I said, we're all different, and the adjustments of society in this day and age is probably a little bit different than what I've grown up in. But that one's obviously been spoken about, and we've got to move on to the game now. It's that gets talked about. He understands the influence that he has, and one thing I think players of his calibre know how great the influence can be.
Mate, so imagine being a rugby league coach as intense as Michael Maguire, serious about your job, everything's serious, all right, know your job, and then having to front the media about one of your blokes just drinking from the toilet.
Yeah, I know. It's odd, isn't it? But Bear Grylls does it every show. Like he doesn't drink from a Brasco. He's drinking urine from
cuts the Brasco out of it.
Yeah, he goes straight. No one says anything about him. I reckon imagine his day. He was more of a Spit the Winkle man. I feel that was his go. That was a big go in the late 80s.
Really?
Oh, it was big.
Mate, I got a theory on the Reece Walsh thing. I think this is footy. His reasons are footy focused. Right, he needs to focus, but we've all seen him. He's a very pretty man. He's living up there where he's a superstar in the spotlight up in Brisbane. There's ladies,
Wouldn't you say
there's
handsome?
blokes.
Wouldn't you say handsome?
No, he's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty handsome?
Pretty handsome, okay. Yeah. But he's got people throwing themselves at him.
Yeah.
He's probably gone, I just want to focus on my footy without being sexually harassed.
Yeah.
What can I do to turn off a large section of the population?
It's not a bad idea.
I'm going to drink from the toilet,
Drink Brasco
post
water.
it. And then that's just, so many people are just going to be like, he's not for me anymore. The trouble is, the ones that aren't turned off by it probably are more interested.
Yeah. What have you got, what do you got, Brooksy?
Sorry, I had to turn my mic off there. I when you mentioned Spit the Winkle, I needed to have a look and see what.
You don't know what it is.
No. I thought I knew, and yes, it confirmed
Yeah,
what I thought.
it is.
Interesting.
It is. I mean, it's a nothing story. Like seriously, can't we just got to move on? I'm more intrigued about Shibasaki.
Yes, well, he also answered questions about Shibasaki. This is what he had to say on that situation.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to keep that in-house, and obviously it's been out there and about. So the boys from day one when I first walked in, talked about who we want to be and our culture and the expectations, and that's basically what we're living by. That's part of what grows great teams. You've got to live by them, and every now and then one of our own might go a bit sideways, and he's got to get back on track. It's obviously disappointing. I'm not going to go away from that. That's but I've been on the journey with all these players, and he's made a mistake, and he understands that, and you pay a price, I suppose, in what we need to go through. No, he's out there drunk, got absolutely flogged.
Oh, that's worse. That would be worse than the punishment.
You reckon?
I mean, that'd be worse than getting stood down. You can imagine how. I mean, we know how hard Madge is, a taskmaster, but doubly. Oh, that would be. He would have got the team watching him.
Did you ever have any of these situations where you didn't meet team standards and had to face similar punishment?
Yes, yeah. That was the rower. So when you got in trouble, you had to do, you had to do 3 minutes. You had to do 900 metres, a minute off. 600 metres, 45 seconds off. 300 metres. A minute off, and then you do it again. Then you go 300, 600, 900. It is the most awful thing. Oh, gosh. Because you're vomiting, you're spewing.
So what sort of times are you doing the 900 metres in?
With 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So there was times, so you had to do it in 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Oh, geez.
And when you come back down, and especially if you're half cut. But actually, when you were pissed, it was a lot easier. It's
really?
Yeah.
Well, that
might be the trick.
Yeah. Don't turn up in the in-between zone.
I think it's great because Shibasaki, he was one of his favourites, obviously, and sometimes that can get a little bit blurred when you get and he, he's played Origin, so he would have. He's one of his, as I mentioned, he's one of his favourites. So for him to do this, and if it was only what we're hearing, not only, but if it was only he had a big night on Sunday night and turned up to training a bit a bit
dusty.
A bit dusty. So I applaud Madge for doing this.
I think it's a big one for him too because he took a flyer on him in round one, remember, against the Chooks. There was Gajeski and Shibasaki who were in the team. They thought there was going to be other players. I think Staggs was out of that game.
Yeah.
He took his spot and excelled. They put
Hasn't
50
looked
on the
back.
Chooks. They hasn't looked back, got his origin, got an extension, and then this happens right in their big game, trying to lock in a top 4 spot, which probably looked out of the picture halfway through the season, but they've come on late.
If it was Payne Haas, are we hearing the same thing, do you feel?
It's a bit of a different. It's a bit of a different equation.
Is
Isn't
it,
it?
Turi?
If this was a finals game, would Shibasaki be
We
in
would not
goals?
hear no.
No.
It's
You'd
that's
like to think it's the kind of thing that wouldn't happen for Shibasaki. Wouldn't happen with Shibasaki. Wouldn't turn up to training if you're in the middle of finals. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't turn up.
correct.
Dusty.
When did they play last week? Bronx played the Saturday, did they?
Yes.
So he's had a good go.
Yeah.
He's gone
Ripped in.
Saturday night, maybe Sunday night.
What do you reckon, lefties?
Lefties. City Row was still up there. That was a favourite of mine. What about the Bunnies? What's going on with the Bunnies?
Mate, Rabbitohs are preparing to make a formal offer to sign David Fifita from the Titans. Mate, what's your thoughts on this? Wayne Bennett coached him, obviously, at the Broncos, leading the push to bring him at Redfern.
Well, it's all about the price, isn't it? You would imagine he's not going to get $1 million a year if it's what he's on, but you would take a gamble on him for 500.
Yeah. What's their salary cap situation look like over there at the Bunnies? Are they because they've got quite a few big names when they can get them on the field.
Yeah, so they've got Latrell, Jackie Whiten. Cody's going to re-sign.
Yep.
Is he re-signed?
Cody's re-signed today.
Well,
They've
he
extended
would have
for another year.
Yeah, I don't think he would be getting as big a money as he has been. But Cam Murray's key on. I reckon I reckon they could move a few players out if they could get David Fifita at that price. I think 500, between 500 and 600, and you got Wayne Bennett turning him into. I know Hindy's just going, well, why does he need? Hindy's very critical of players, saying, well, why do they need to aim up? Like if they've lost the love of footy, it's like why does it need someone else to do it? It should come within, which is hard to disagree with sometimes.
Yeah, but if anyone's going to get that out of a player, it's Wayne. Like that's sort of his magic.
Yeah, well, the Roosters dodged a bullet, didn't they? Because they would have lost Angus Crichton.
Yeah.
And that was a sliding doors. Angus was told he was going to go. David Fifita came on the books, and he said, "Nah." David Fifita obviously turned him down. So, and look what Angus did. There we go.
He's done well. Now the Cody Walker re-signed. He's re-signed for 1 year. Obviously, fifth most games for the club, 222 games for a guy. He didn't debut till he was like 26, did he?
Yeah, played a little bit for Norths, and then I think he was 20.
Q Cup.
26, 27. So I reckon it's a good signing. The last 2 weeks have been great, and I think they've found the way to unlock him. Bring him on after 20 minutes. They put Humphreys in the forwards and young Ashton Ward, who I've been super impressed with him.
Mate, well, looking at that, their playmaking cartel, as Brooksy likes to say, for next year. Look, so you've got fullbacks, you've got Latrell and Jai Gray. 5/8 options, Cody Walker and Ashton Ward. Halfback, Jai Humphreys, Jonah Glover is coming over, and Lewis Dodd, if Wayne remembers who he is. And then hookers, Peter Amazelis, Bronson Garlick is coming up from the Storm to was it his old man's one of his old man's clubs.
Yeah,
Sean's Garlick's
Sean
club.
is the captain of the club, and Jamie Humphreys. So,
what's the best combination you see there, mate?
I was always thinking Latrell's got to be fullback, but after seeing what Jai Gray has done, they can work it out between those two. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to good ball, Latrell has to be when they get within their 30-metre line of the attack of the opposition. Latrell has to have his hands on the ball.
Yep,
like 4 or 5 times in that set. Coming out of trouble, it's just not Latrell's go. Jai Gray he just loves it. He gets in there and he steams back into him. I just think he's a marvel, that kid. So you got to have Jai Gray can't be on the bench. He has to be in the starting side. If you're going to put him in the starting side, he's got to be fullback.
So where then you move in
Latrell left centre.
Left centre,
but have him allowed to roam both sides of the field.
Yeah,
when they get down there. defensively, like he's fine, but the game has changed where you need a running fullback eating up those yards.
He's been impressive this season, especially even defensively. Like just cover
against
tackles, amazing.
Parramatta, he saved about 3 or 4 tries. Desi, welcome to the run home.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
What can I ask you this? What time is it over there?
It's 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. So you had brekkie, you're ready to go. What's how's it all been over there so far?
Yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been great to travel around England and get to see parts I probably wouldn't see. It's been great. The training's been great. My first World Cup, so I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Mate, your first World Cup, you've been absolutely on fire. 5 tries in the first 2 games, a first half hat-trick against Samoa and a 73-zip World Cup win. Is that how was the squad after that win? Obviously, the Wallaroos' biggest ever World Cup win.
Yeah, we were pretty chuffed. You know, we'd been working hard, particularly over July, getting some more experience under our belt before we came over. And then producing a result like that, you know, put a lot of confidence in us and, set us up nicely for the rest of the campaign. We did come away with a draw last week against the US, but hopefully the Samoa result has put us in a nice position to get us out of the pool.
Were you shocked with the USA team?
There was a couple little surprises, but, you know, like they're passionate people and they won't stop fighting till the end. So that's something we had to match. But yeah, it was neck and neck. It was try by try. So really down to, you know, the 80th, 81st minute.
So, Desi, you've got the England side in Brighton coming up. Is that this weekend?
Yeah, they'll be this weekend on Saturday.
Right. Okay. And have you played England before? Not in this tournament, but have you played a test match against them?
Yeah, so I actually debuted against them back in 2023 in October, but I haven't seen them since. So I'm excited to play them. You know, I got to play in Wellington where I debuted in July against New Zealand, and now I'll get to versus the team I debuted against. So a bit of a full circle moment, and I'm really excited.
Mate, obviously they're the other team that's currently sitting top of, I think it's Pool A you guys are in with them. Yeah. Once we get through the pool stage, who are you seeing as the big threats in the tournament?
Yeah, so pending on the result this weekend,
I've locked you in for a win, mate.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what we're hoping for too. So option A, we beat England, then we'll go into the quarters, and I think we're up against Scotland. If we're not so lucky and don't come away with the win, but still get out of our pool, we'll go up against Canada in the quarters.
Desi, have you had a chance to get around England? Do a bit of travelling?
Yeah, well, done a bit of exploring. You know, Manchester, I've never been there before. That was beautiful. In New York, you know, such old, rich history. So that's been really good to spend the time off to kind of take in where we are and what's around us. We're in Brighton right now, or just outside of Brighton, so we're going to do a bit of exploring there. But pending where we get to, and hopefully it's to the end, we'll do some travelling after.
Oh, tourists, can we do this, please? Let's play the song.
Getting to know you.
All right, Desi. I mean, we like talking. We like talking about the World Cup, and we're hoping that you girls. Well, we're not hoping. I think you girls can take this out, but we want to get to know Desi a little bit better. So, has rugby union has it been rugby union your whole life? Any other sports growing up?
Oh, I didn't start playing rugby till the end of 2020, more start of the 2020.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So COVID actually pushed me towards it. I was playing so many different sports growing up, which I think is what helped me train a lot of skills into rugby and pick it up pretty quickly. So I didn't start playing till 2021, and then because I loved it so much, I played a bit of league just to get my touches on the ball more. And then the opportunity opened up for me with the Waratahs, and then that same year the Wallaroos. So it's been a bit of a quick growth, but something I wouldn't change. But yeah, growing up, I was a gymnast, I danced, I was a diver, tennis player, soccer player. Like I did.
Wow.
There's a lot more, but I won't bore you with that.
No.
But if I could, any sport I could play, I could do. I was out at like 6 a.m. in the morning, wasn't coming back till 9 p.m. playing as much sport as I could, which I think, really helped me with where I am today.
So, Desi, why did it take so long for you to take rugby union seriously?
Well, more because I just never really had the time. I was training morning and night for any other sport that I had. So my friends, one of my close friends from high school tried to start a sevens team at our school. Unfortunately, didn't get off the ground. And so I had the tiniest taste from there, but didn't revisit it till a year after high school, where I wasn't really enjoying soccer anymore. I've been playing it for like 16 years of my life, and I think it was time for a change. So went to go play some rugby union, make some friends, for the social side of it, and then I blinked and now I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's been a crazy journey.
Mate, where did you grow up? Are you obviously play with the Waratahs. Are you a Sydney born and raised?
Yeah, no, Sydney born and raised. I did live over in Hong Kong for a couple of years during school, and then I moved back. But yeah, anytime I lived in Aussie, it's been in Sydney.
So you mentioned that you'd had a bit of taste of rugby league. Has there any NRLW clubs reached out to say maybe come over, and do they wear red, white, and blue?
No, I don't think they have. Not something I'm really looking at right now. Loving rugby, so I'm going to stick to that.
Well said.
Oh, mate, she went to MLC Burwood. She's Tigers junior. They get first
yeah.
dibs.
Yeah. And
My brother keeps trying to convert me, but if anything, it'd be the Eels. But do a diehard fan. My whole family is, but yeah, stick it to rugby right now.
So when you came, I mean, you were saying you did all these sports, gymnastics and tennis. How was it, like, the physicality when you first started playing? Because I've got 3 daughters and they'll cry if they just chip a nail. So I'm wondering with you, how was it when you got there and all of a sudden all the contact was going on?
Yeah, I loved it. That's like, it was kind of combining all these other different skills I'd learned, but then the contact was a completely different side. And that's what I really enjoy. It was really exhilarating, a lot of adrenaline, and I felt like we built a lot of friendships quite quickly because, you have to have your teammates back on the field and you literally have to put your body on the line for them. So, I really enjoyed the contact. Playing on the wing, I don't get too much of it, but that was something that got me hooked at first.
I'm just having a look at some videos of you girls singing the national anthem. I've never seen a team sing the national anthem and smiling and enjoying it so much. And everyone is singing. Is that something that you spoke about as being part of the Australian side?
Yeah, no, we're super proud, and I think it's one of the only moments on game day where it's the time to take in what's all around you and really enjoy the moment before you go out in the field and kind of like head into battle and have a job to do. So it's one of my favorite parts. I love standing there with my friends. Actually, the anthem, the time we sung the anthem last week at the USA game, we couldn't really hear the music, so we were a bit out of time, a bit out of tune, but we still sing it at the top of our lungs and we're really proud. It's one of my favorite moments.
Well, Desi Miller, thanks for joining the run home. You are a beauty, and we're hoping that you girls can bring the World Cup back, and I'm sure you will. So best of luck, Desi.
Thank you
best
very
of luck,
much.
Desi, and thanks
Thank
for
you.
spending some time with us.
No, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio, because if you don't, you're an A grade, but if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.